In Unit 4, we're discussing biological hazards, and again, I'm going to deviate a little bit from what I have in the syllabus. I'm not going to require you to read Chapter 14. I'm not going to have a study guide for Chapter 14. Kind of like radiation, we're dealing with some more scientific, sciencey type subject matter, and I'm going to do the reading for you. You're welcome to read it for yourself, but I'm going to do the reading for you. And the material, I think a safety management generalist needs to know is presented in the lectures. There's additional material in the textbook. If you would like more in-depth coverage of the topics, you're welcome to do that. But as far as my experience with working as a safety manager and taking the ASP and the CSP exams, what I'm providing in the lectures is going to be sufficient for 98% of the safety managers in the U.S. Now, again, if you end up going in as an industrial hygiene specialist, or if you end up working in a medical facility or a biological laboratory, then you definitely will need more study. You'll need to enhance your knowledge and your depth of knowledge if you end up in those areas. But that's not most of us. Most of us are going to work for manufacturing facilities, or the construction world also. It's where a lot of our graduates end up. I think most is general industry, followed closely by the construction industry. Occasionally we'll have someone go into the medical industry or the hospitality industry, but everything but the medical industry is pretty much covered by what I'm going to be doing in this unit. We have 8 video lectures: Introduction to Workplace Biohazards, Microorganism Basics, Bloodborne Pathogens, Bacterial Diseases, Viral Diseases, and Workplace Controls will be covered. We'll have a unit quiz based upon those 8 video lectures. Also, I want to give you more practice finding exposure limits. Like I've said several times, we don't need to memorize the exposure limits to substances that workers may come into contact with, but we need to know where to find that information. And perhaps the best resource, I haven't found anything better than OSHA's Table Z1, the website. You can go to that website. You can find the REL, the PEL, the Cal OSHA PEL, and there's also a link to the TLV from the American Conference of Governmental Industrial Hygienists. That's a one-stop shop for finding the exposure limits. Now, if we want more detailed information, then there are other resources, other sources to go to. But if we just need to know exposure limits, that's the place to go. And I want to give you some more practice using that resource, finding those exposure limits. You will complete a Table Z1 practice sheet, and then there will be a quiz that is based upon that Table Z1 practice sheet. So we have 2 quizzes for Unit 4. Another thing about Unit 4, changing up a little bit, in the syllabus it says that your quiz will be due on February 13th. I'm going to go ahead and extend that out to February 15th. Your quizzes won't be due until February 15th by midnight. Optional activities, you can read Chapter 14 in the textbook. I do provide you with some additional resources if you want to explore some of the topics further. I provide you links to materials from the CDC, from OSHA, and several video links from some reputable sources. You have the BBC, National Geographic Society, PBS, those types of video sources. It's not John's biological hazard video, or it's they're good editorial work, great care taken in putting together the video resources that I'm recommending here. Now again, none of the videos, none of the CDC stuff you have to look at. Everything you need for the unit quiz is from the lectures, and then everything you need for the Table Z1 practice quiz is from that Table Z1 practice sheet that is available on Blackboard. That's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you're having a good semester so far, and let me know if I can help.